Every U.S. state has its own ghost stories, but some places are so haunted that even I refuse to visit. From abandoned asylums to cursed hotels, let's explore the most haunted location in every U.S. state. But be warned, some of these stories might just keep you up at night. Welcome to Facts You Missed. If you love creepy history, haunted locations, and unsolved mysteries, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more. Now turn off the lights, grab a blanket, and let's begin our journey through the most haunted places in America, if you dare. Alright, let's kick things off in Amityville, New York, home to the infamous Amityville Horror House. Picture this: 1974, a seemingly normal house on a seemingly normal street becomes the scene of a horrific mass murder. A family brutally slain in their beds. The Lutz family moved in shortly after, thinking they were getting a steal on a nice piece of property. Big mistake. They lasted 28 days of pure paranormal chaos. Cold spots, green slime oozing from the walls, a pig with glowing red eyes. The Lutz family endured it all. The Amityville Horror House remains a chilling reminder that sometimes the scariest monsters are the ones we can't see. Next up, we're heading to the grim and gritty world of Eastern State Penitentiary in Pennsylvania. This place is basically haunted prison bingo. Shadowy figures? Check. Disembodied voices? Check. Unexplained cold spots? Check. Eastern State was once the most expensive and famous prison in the world, a place where Al Capone himself did some time. Now, it sits abandoned, a decaying monument to a brutal past, with visitors reporting all sorts of creepy encounters within these walls. Let's be real, folks, the South is known for its hospitality and its hauntings. And when it comes to haunted southern mansions, the Sorrelweed House in Savannah, Georgia, is in a league of its own. This grand old house, built back in 1840, has seen its fair share of drama and tragedy. The most famous ghost here is Molly, a young woman who was involved with the homeowner while his wife was still alive. Visitors have reported seeing ghostly figures, hearing disembodied voices, and feeling sudden drops in temperature. Hold on to your hats, folks, because we're heading to Denton, Texas, home of the legendary, the terrifying, the one and only Goatman's Bridge. Legend has it the Goatman was a local farmer lynched by a mob. Now he roams the woods, half man, half goat, seeking revenge. If you hear hooves or a blood-curdling scream, you've been warned. Alright, let's get spooky in New Orleans, baby. We're talking about the infamous LaLaurie Mansion, where beauty and brutality coexisted. This elegant house hides a gruesome past, owned by Madame Delphine LaLaurie, a socialite by day, torturer by night. Behind its walls, she committed atrocities against her slaves. The attic was a torture chamber, sparking public outrage. Now, it's one of New Orleans' most haunted places. Visitors report screams, apparitions, and a sense of dread. Let's set sail for the Sunshine State, shall we? But don't let the beautiful beaches and sunny skies fool you. Florida has a dark side too. And nowhere is that more evident than at the St. Augustine Lighthouse. The lighthouse is said to be haunted by the spirits of two young girls who tragically died on the property. People claim to hear their laughter echoing through the empty rooms and see their ghostly figures playing on the stairs. There are also reports of a shadowy figure, a former lighthouse keeper perhaps, who's said to roam the tower, keeping a watchful eye on his spectral domain. Hold on to your souls, folks, because we're venturing into Bachelor's Grove Cemetery just outside Chicago, Illinois. This place is like a paranormal buffet, with a little something to terrify everyone. We're talking ghost sightings, unexplained lights, even phantom cars cruising down the deserted road that runs through the cemetery. But the star of the show is the Madonna of Bachelor's Grove. Imagine this: a chilly night, fog rolling in amongst the crooked headstones, and there, sitting on a tombstone, is a woman in white, watching, waiting. Next stop, we're heading to the majestic Rocky Mountains of Colorado, to a place that inspired one of the most iconic horror movies of all time, the Stanley Hotel. Built in 1909, this grand old hotel has seen it all. Wealthy socialites, world leaders, and of course, its fair share of restless spirits. Guests have reported hearing ghostly children laughing in the hallways, phantom piano music echoing from the empty ballroom, and disembodied voices whispering their names in the dead of night. But the most notorious room in the hotel is, of course, room 217. It was in this very room that Stephen King himself had a terrifying encounter that inspired him to write The Shining. All aboard for a spooky voyage on the high seas, or at least what's left of them. We're setting sail on the Queen Mary, a legendary ocean liner docked in Long Beach, California. This grand old dame has a history as vast and mysterious as the ocean itself. Over the years, there have been countless reports of paranormal activity on board the Queen Mary. Passengers have claimed to see apparitions of former crew members, heard laughter from the empty swimming pool, and felt unexplained cold spots. But the most haunted spot? Stateroom B340. They say a sailor met a grisly end there, and his spirit still lingers. Buckle up, buttercups, because we're about to enter the truly chilling world of Waverly Hills Sanatorium in Kentucky. This abandoned tuberculosis hospital is not for the faint of heart. Back in the early 20th century, tuberculosis was a death sentence, and Waverly Hills was the final stop for many. The treatments were experimental, often brutal, and the death toll was staggering. Visitors have reported all sorts of unsettling encounters, shadowy figures lurking in the old operating rooms, disembodied voices whispering from empty rooms, and even full-bodied apparitions of former patients and staff. Get ready to get lost, folks, because we're heading to San Jose, California, home to the Winchester Mystery House. This architectural wonder, with its twisting hallways, staircases to nowhere, and doors that open to brick walls, is a testament to one woman's eccentric fear, and the spirits she believed haunted her. Sarah Winchester, the heiress to the Winchester rifle fortune, was convinced that she was cursed by the spirits of those killed by her family's guns. For 38 years, construction never stopped on the Winchester mansion. Today, the Winchester Mystery House is a popular tourist destination, but it's also a hotbed of paranormal activity. Hold on to your britches because we're going deep into the heart of Tennessee to the Bell Witch Cave. This is the stomping ground of the infamous Bell Witch. Back in the 1800s, the Bell family experienced spooky stuff on their farm. Strange noises, moving objects, and physical attacks. The culprit? The Bell Witch. Today, the cave is open to the public, if you dare. Visitors report hearing voices, feeling cold spots, and being touched. So, there you have it, folks, our whirlwind tour of America's most haunted places. From haunted houses to creepy caves, we've covered it all. Which haunted place creeped you out the most? Let me know in the comments. And if you love spooky facts, hit like and subscribe so you never miss a terrifying upload. Until next time, sleep tight.